Thanks, Jason, for joining us. How's the LVO going for you at the moment?
Well, thanks for having me. It's a great show so far. I've been loving it. We love these shows. I guess it's kind of a love-hate, right? We hate traveling, but we love the interactions. You know, it's like I wish they could all be in Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah.
But yeah, we love it. Getting to see all the people and shake hands and sit around and talk is great.
Yeah, it's been fantastically busy this year with people coming through.
Yeah.
It's a good sign that things are getting back to normal again and people are coming out to cons and checking it out. How's the paint line going?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Better than ever. We just had our largest release in the company's history with the Signature Series paints for Ninjon and Vince Venturella. So yeah, I dread to say it can't be better, but it's going really, really well.
And for people that don't know much about Monument Hobbies, you're about 5 years old now.
Yeah, so our company is coming up on 7 years old. The rebranding and launch of the paints was in 2018. So yeah, for Monument, we talk about being about 4, coming up on 5 years old.
Okay, awesome. And what's the sort of like release schedule like for any new paints that you've got coming out this year? Are we expecting much from Monument this year?
So yeah, it's funny. We spent the last I would say 2 years really working internally on production. The line when we released it, I don't think we had very high expectations, but they were blown away, right? So the amount of paint we sold over the first couple of years of the business was tremendous, and so we worked on doing that, and now we're into that kind of cycle where we're releasing new paints. So we have all this backlog of colors that we want to do. And so we just did the Signature Series. We've got 2 more signature artists coming out with their sets in probably Adepticon timeframe, late March, early April. Then we have, before the end of the year, 36 more colors. So by the time we get done with 2023, we will have filled out the base Pro Acryl line to about 96 colors. And then we should have about 36 or so signature paints by then too.
Awesome.
Plus all the other accoutrements. We're doing new basing materials and
Oh, any more information on those that you can give me?
Oh yeah, we've got 6 new basing materials coming out. Right now we do a fine and a coarse basing material that are just in our dark neutral gray. They're just color matched to our dark neutral gray. But we're gonna do those in dark browns as well. And then we're doing a golden earth. It's kind of a sand. We're doing a red earth. Everybody wants red earth, for Mars type stuff. So it's kind of a reddish orange base. And then we've got a cement and a snow. Okay. So some more effective, we're playing around a lot with just, the standard, how coarse is it, and, to ultra fine to super coarse kind of stuff.
Awesome. And as far, you mentioned Adepticon, what's the sort of schedule for where you guys are going to be con-wise over the next year? Do you know?
Oh boy, we're trying to build our schedule out a lot. We right now we do this show at LVO. We do Adepticon, we do Gen Con, and we do a smattering of other kind of regional shows with our dealers. Some of our dealers that attend. Okay. We're going to be branching out. We're going to be doing the Gamma convention. We've been members of Gamma for years, but we've never gone to any of the game cons that they do, as well as PAX, and then looking into Europe. So we're dealing with our UK and EU distributors right now to try to find an easy solution to be over at the cons over there. Since they only last for a day, it's very difficult because we can't, we have to make sure that we can have everything kind of over there and set it up. But yeah, so we got big plans. If those things don't happen in this year, then 2024 we're planning to go overseas.
Sure. And so your sort of base headquarters is in Phoenix, Arizona.
Yep.
How accessible is that for people that are visiting Phoenix? Is there like a shop there for people to come and walk through?
Yeah, we don't have a traditional store. We have a checkout counter and a disaster of a 10,000 square feet of complete disaster as we do business, but it usually winds up being very fun for people that come visit. You can see all the products. We give people tours on how we manufacture everything from paint to we're bringing brush manufacturing in-house this year. I guess that's a big thing that we're doing. Yeah. So yeah, and then we have a public area where we play games. We have gaming tables and couches and arcade machines and stuff like that to keep everybody sane through the business. But we do like Friday night game night with some of the locals will turn up and stuff. So we have a lot of fun, and it's a very fun place.
And you briefly mentioned there that you're looking at the brush manufacturing.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you that, didn't I?
Can you tell us a bit more?
Yeah, so we have, through the growth of the company, a lot of people find us through Pro Acryl, but our Pro Series brushes have always been a mainstay. They're actually the first product we made as a company were our brushes. And by working with our manufacturing partners and evolving those manufacturing partners along with us, we've been able to get to a point where we're partnering with one of them right now to basically bring that old world artisanal brush manufacturing to the States for the first time. We'll be, to my knowledge, we'll be the only hobby manufacturer in the United States that actually makes our brushes from raw wooden dowels to paintable brushes.
And what's the material of the actual brush?
So filament materials?
Yes.
So we have sables,
Okay.
right? And then we've also got blended synthetics that we do. We call them our pro synthetics, that are just a hybrid, bunch of polyesters and nylons and things like that give us a feel of a sable.
So a nice variation across the range.
We've stuck with those two. Over the years, we tried more types of filament, but with the focus that we've done over the past 3 years on synthetic, because of the instability of the sable and natural hair ranges for what we do as we'll call it low viscosity painters, right? Because we don't, sometimes we think we have thick paint, but of course we don't paint thick, no matter what we do. And so there's not a whole broad range of filament that interests us, because they don't all work very well with thin paints. So that's why a lot of the sable, whether Kolinsky or red sables that are out there, were watercolor originated. They're meant for low viscosity paints and handle well. But we really focus on synthetics because we believe that there is a whole realm that, while not being untouched, could be a lot better engineered for doing what we do. And so we've really focused. We reduced our synthetic offering down to one blended filament that we're very happy with, and we continue to evolve that. So a lot of our effort is there, and then refining sizes and shapes to match what we do as hobbyists.
Awesome.
We feel pretty good that we don't have to look at other things. We have a different synthetic for our dome dry brushes, than the normal ones, but yeah, we don't. No need for a lot of different types of brushes.
And for folks wanting to look at your products and see is everything on your website?
Everything.
And are you looking at? Have you got a good range of local game stores that your products are in across the States?
Yeah. We've everything's on monumenthobbies.com. Our full catalog is available to sale direct to customer. We also have a retailer network of over 100, and I think we're up to 150 North American dealers. And we have distribution in Europe, the UK, Australia, the Far East, South Africa. We are about to pick up a distributor in South America. So we're pretty much global. The traction is growing day by day on local stores in those areas. I think in the UK we have maybe 12 or 15 retailers. I think we've got up to like 10 or 12 in the EU, 7 or 8 in Australia already. So yeah, a big push over the last 2 years to really make sure that there's something closer, so that you're not always, if you're across the globe, you're not always paying for shipping from the States.
And don't feel obliged to answer this question, because obviously it might give away some trade secrets. But sort of what's the company's end goal over the next sort of 2 to 5 years? What are you hoping to get?
Oh boy, it's funny. Our motto internally is make cool stuff with cool people. So we hope we're still doing that, right? We hope we're still dealing with people like yourself and having great conversations and meeting people at these conventions and having fun. And we're hobbyists and artists, so we just want to keep doing what we're doing. More colors, obviously. We don't want the range to expand to 1 million colors, but we know there's still room to grow. And new neat stuff. I think that the brush manufacturing opens up a tremendous amount of avenues for us, because of being one of the only people that does it in the States. Will be big. And then we have games, so we're possibly branching out and doing some fun stuff there. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of really neat stuff coming in the next few years.
On a personal note, thank you so much for producing your paints. I absolutely love your paints. And as I said, I think you guys are pushing the boundaries on the quality of paints that we are as hobbyists are going to be able to use. So thank you for that.
Man, thank you for using them. Right? I feel like it's you that allows us to do what we do. It's not what we do that you'd paint anyway. So the fact that you use our paints is great.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. Really, really appreciate it. Everybody should just go and check out monumentgames.com. I'll put a link on the end of the video, and hope you have a great rest of the con.
Thanks.
Thanks again for Jason from Monument Hobbies for joining me at LVO 2023. Really appreciate it. If you want to check out their website, www.monumenthobbies.com, check out their paints, some of the best out there that you can get at the moment. And yeah, thanks for watching. Cheers.